What's up?
Aren't you doing it for the likes?
Nah, I ain't doing it for the likes.
Okay, hold up. So you doing it for the pussy?
Nah, I mean, yeah, no, I ain't doing it for that.
Okay, then what are you doing it for?
Man, I do it for the culture. Check. Mic check 1 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very special episode of For the Culture Live podcast. I am your host, Nick Alexander. Here to my right is the co-host, Amarie Lee.
Hola.
So today is the day of the models.
Yes.
We got bottles and we got models. This is going out to everybody. We broadcasting all over the world right now. Our first guest was a winner of America's Next Top Model. We want to give it up for Keith Carlos.
Yo.
Let's make some noise. And he's also in the new Cardi B video, Be Careful.
Yes.
Yeah, he kills it. So check out for that. We also got another America's Top Model alumni, Matt Smith.
What's up, guys?
Rocking the man bun.
Yeah, man pony, dude.
Man pony. I like that. You branding your own thing.
It's 2018.
Hashtag that shit, man pony. And here to my left, we have another beautiful human being person from Cuba doing her thing for the country, not as well as for the culture. Give it up for Sisily Marin, y'all. Make some noise for Sisily Marin. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yes, how you doing?
How you doing?
Thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. This is great. We got extra cameras in here. We got a crew. I feel like something's about to go down, especially after. Y'all won't see that. This is gonna be
The sweat bubbles are formulating. I feel like I'm in a sweatshop right now.
There you go. Anne-Marie is wiping herself down.
Yes.
She ain't got a rag. You got a rag or just a
No,
napkin?
I got a
towel?
little napkin. It's fine.
She can hold it down.
Happen.
You know we have that type of effect on ladies.
Yes.
Right. Came in the room and you just start sweating. Are your armpits?
Yeah.
You got under the boob
Yes,
sweat?
It's so hot. It's so hot.
I would say I got
Mira, oh my God.
Oh my God. Pero...
Now, female models usually are like they usually who you see when you think about the model, but you guys have been doing some great things on your own for the male model. So tell us what's that like? How did you guys kind of like get discovered?
I got into modeling.
You can start first, Keith.
Yeah, I got into modeling by being a part of the cast of America's Next Top Model.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was playing football as an NFL.
Right.
I got pretty much scouted off from a friend who knew a cast director for a top model, and I ended up just auditioning over Skype with some of the producers. They loved me.
Nice.
I got released like the same week. I pretty much flew out for finals for America's Next Top Model, and yeah, the rest is history.
Did you always want to be a model?
Not at all.
So was it a girl was like, Keith, you can model. Like, you should do it. Like,
I always had like people say you should definitely try it because they would make the comparison between Tyson Beckford and I.
Yeah. That's what, actually I showed a homegirl today. He's my guest, and then she was like, "Yeah, I can see he got the like Tyson model 2.0, but you're Keith Carlos."
That's right.
With all due respect to Tyson, you held it down 90s, early 2000, but now this is your time.
Yeah, that's my birthday twin.
That's what's up. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Have y'all met?
Not yet.
Not yet.
All
right, Tyson, Keith, y'all got to do a video.
Social media, make it happen.
Right.
So, Matt, was it the same process for you?
Yeah, more or less. I moved out to LA for a girl that I had been with for 6 years in 2011.
You did it for love. You came out here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Are y'all still together?
It sounds like a Sex and the City story.
I mean, I wish.
Carrie Bradshaw all the way.
Oh yeah, no, Samantha and her young boyfriend. Remember the Jared guy?
Spinoff show. Hey, I'm throwing out ideas out here. Pick it up, somebody.
How long did that last?
It lasted as long as I got out here. Then it was pretty much over.
Really? What happened?
We were high school sweethearts, so we were together 6 years, and she went to University of San Diego. So when I was done with school in Colorado, I was like, "Where's the last place I was super stoked to be?" It was San Diego, and came out here, and then kind of got pulled into the industry. Wasn't expecting it. Actually, I kind of had I had a bad taste in my mouth towards the industry.
Mm-hmm.
But
where are you from originally?
Denver.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're both of you. Where are you from, Keith?
I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Bridgeport.
All right, cool.
I like Bridgeport. That's like one of the most hood spots in the U.S. on the low. Like it's in like top 10 dangerous cities every year.
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's not to be fucked with. I've done some shows in Bridgeport. I like Bridgeport though. I really do. So Matt, were you like very like just introverted and not like chilling in L.A. just kind of like, damn, like all these girls threw you attention and then your girl couldn't handle it? Like, what did that happen? Or
No, believe it or not, like my buddies from college were giving me grief saying that I was coming out here to model. They thought, they thought that was going to be happening.
Yeah.
And I told him I wasn't. And then someone hit me up on Facebook and was like, yo, you know, if I don't know if you've ever, it was actually bizarre because the person was in LA and my profile said Denver.
Okay.
And so they randomly shot me a message like, hey, if you're interested in modeling, I'm connected and I think you could do well. And I thought it was my buddies playing with me. So I was like, okay, Luke, good one, man. Like, you're really going the distance here. He ended up calling me. And I still didn't believe it was it was just this guy from LA. It was just super random. But I ended up meeting up with him. And then my first photo shoot was with a photographer named Scott Hoover, which is a really successful photographer. And next thing you know, I had an agency. Yeah.
It just started propelled from there.
Yeah, it just kind of like, it's almost like you don't really realize you're doing it until you're already like knee deep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, interesting story because you are actually from Cuba and you
Juanita.
Yes. Amarie, Cuban connection, coffee, all that good stuff. I love Cuban coffee. That shit is like steroids.
It's like crack.
It is crack. It is crack.
Have you guys tried the Cuban coffee?
No, I tried crack.
Yay!
Damn.
Butt crack.
It's better than crack. Butt crack.
You guys should have told me I would have brought my cafetera out here and made some Cuban
Say that
coffee.
again.
I would have brought my cafetera. It's a Cuban coffee maker.
Is it like capoeira?
No, what's that?
It can be. It can be.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's something about a Cuban accent. I love it. Honestly,
He loves your accent.
Thank you.
So he'll probably love Maria then. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you like that? Does that sound really nice? Or is it overtly too upfront and bold for you? Is it hers is nicer? Yeah, a little bit?
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead at this point.
He's a guy who's gotten some pussy before. He just knows, let me not talk, and it'll come my way. So Sisily, right? So how was that transition from you coming from Cuba to the States? When you were a teenager, you know, that's like probably a time when you just have all your friends and you're probably looking forward to going to high school, and then your parents say, well, how did that go?
Well, it doesn't quite work like that way in Cuba. In Cuba, actually, you're stoked to leave. So.
Oh shit! So this is like we get to get the fuck out. Oh,
no,
okay.
they told me since I was like 8 years old, you're leaving, and I'm like, when am I leaving? And then I was 14, and I still was in Cuba, and I'm like, why am I still stuck in Cuba?
Okay.
I mean, it's a beautiful country, but people just want to leave.
That's interesting. I've never heard that. Like, you know, when you talk about like refugees and all that other stuff, they don't want to leave, but they have to because they know if they stay, it's not going to end well. And then you are actually looking forward to leaving your home country.
That's a communist country.
I feel you. I just never. It's crazy to like you never think about that perspective of actually no, I want to get the fuck out of here. Like no look back, because I have a love for my country, even though I wasn't born there or raised there. But when I go visit, I have an appreciation. But like people love it there. They don't ever think about I got to get out of here. So it's interesting to hear that you were like, nah, we're looking forward to leaving.
Yeah, no, you want to leave.
So when did you get discovered to model?
So actually, my story is the whole polar opposite of Keith and Matt's. I actually didn't want to be a model when I was little, but I really fought for it. And then when I finally got out here, I had a lot of no's from agencies.
Okay.
And, you know, it would be a lot of like, oh, yeah, we got models that look like you. And I was just like, fuck y'all, I'm just going to do my own thing. So everything I've booked from like fashion weeks to photo shoots or whatever, I've done it on my own.
Nice.
I've never had a modeling agency.
Wow.
And I'm actually really proud of that because I've hustled and bustled. And
It's a hustle.
Self-made.
yeah.
That is
and
awesome.
actually, I was almost on America's Next Top Model. I remember I've known Keith for a little while now, and I got so excited. I was like, Keith, I'm almost in. What do you advise? Like, tell me, what do I do? And like, he was really cool about it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So
Nice. So now,
And you guys, and then you guys have a show coming out. Are you guys already started shooting for the show?
Yeah, that's actually why we got these cameras in here.
That's
with you
why.
guys.
That's why we're going through the heat wave right now. These sweat bubbles.
Yeah, I
formulating.
appreciate you guys putting the pain.
No, it's great.
armpits is killing me right now.
Yeah,
son.
Yeah.
the little things about this industry that you don't think about from an outsider's perspective, like the heat from lights.
Yeah.
Heat from likes. That's
yeah.
So when someone's listening, like these guys are really complaining about the heat,
Heat
from
from
lights.
No.
So what's the show about? Give us a little taste of what we're gonna be seeing. In
A
the
little
future.
taste?
A little.
Oh.
She really made the food sound. I love it.
All right, well, so Keith owns a nonprofit called Make It Happen.
Yes.
And very creative. It also says his name in there, by the way, if you didn't notice, KEIT.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Branded,
very
branded.
clever.
Dope.
And
Feels like it should be at H&M, but like we can't go to H&M anymore because of the gorillas.
Because of the
You're gonna have to go to Forever 21 with it.
look what H&M did.
Oh yeah,
man.
it's dope.
Right.
Even something
And
similar.
it's like a staircase to greatness.
To success.
I'm assuming.
That's right.
There it is.
Or a
Make it
staircase to Keith, you know.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, the show is called Role Models, and it's
Nice.
a subsidiary of Make It Happen.
Okay.
And basically, what we're doing is we're taking sponsorship and endorsements through companies that are looking for social media marketing, and we're utilizing their product to give back to communities that could actually use the product. And then any sort of marketing cost is considered charity because it goes through Make It Happen, and the financial benefits of that actually creates infrastructure for the areas that we're helping as well.
Is there any communities you guys are centering before you expand? When you start launching this, like a
We're
city
actually
or
start in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah, back where I'm from, and we're basically going to start there and tour around the U.S. first. Then we're going to go international.
And you guys are gonna supply like food and clothing for people, or are you guys gonna educate people? Like, what's the whole package?
basically-
You ain't
when
gonna teach
people
kids
get
how to
it?
model? Like, yo, you need to get your 8-packs together. You get your chest up. You need to make sure you moisturize. Like, you gotta put that in these kids early, son.
We definitely teach them men's etiquette.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's important.
We think that in today's society, I feel like the lines have been blurred a lot in what a role model is or should be. With social media, a lot of people are kind of just fame hungry, so people will do almost anything to be recognized. And unfortunately, a lot of things that are being done for recognition are not something to be proud of, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's important. We think it's important that that someone steps up and is like, "Yo, listen, fame is not worth sacrificing ethics, and
Yeah.
it's not worth more or less selling your soul,
Selling your soul, like exposure, like exposing yourself and doing crazy stuff. I mean,
eventually you get to a place and you're just like, yo, this is so empty. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
is.
and if you have a platform and you're not using it for the right reasons, then why do you have a platform? And that's something that everyone should ask themselves. And Keith and I talk about that a lot. We're like, listen, if we can give our platforms to people that don't have them but could really utilize them, like a lot of people that are in the humanitarian movement, working, they're on ground level every day helping homeless people or whatever. They're not on social media, they're not looking for recognition. They actually care. However, the recognition and their outreach could help their cause.
For sure.
So that's kind of what Keith and I are doing, as well as 6 other guys that are international models. We're giving people our platform, saying, hey, what could you use more help in? And then we have brands and companies that are endorsing it, and we use their endorsement to help the people.
That's
So
awesome.
we're kind of just
Middlemen,
middlemen.
but helping.
And we're not the role models. The role models are the people we're seeking.
Okay.
And we actually are wanting some
Messengers,
advice from
kinda.
you guys on this topic.
Sure.
Because we want people all around the world to submit role models to them in their society and in their lives and tell us why they think they're role models, because eventually we want to more or less travel around the world and interview these people that are role models, and we want it to be a surprise as well and be able to give back to them. So
we want these people to actually go on our Instagram and tag their role models and let us know who their role models are.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask you guys, what is the definition of a role model to you?
A role model for me is someone, personally for me, that's overcome adversity and the challenges in their life, and were able to make something of themselves and conquer that and overcome that, for me personally, because I come from that as well. Like my story, a lot of people know, I say to my stand-up all the time, I was homeless, my brother's in prison, my family is all messed up, and I was able to get out of that and do what I'm doing now and going after my dreams. So a role model for me is someone who's strong and sees the things that they've gone through, and it's kind of like fuel to their fire, and they continue to rise.
Who was your role model growing up?
I didn't have one.
Who's your role model now?
Ooh, good question.
Probably me.
Fuck out of here now. A role model right now. That's a good question.
It can be yourself now.
Could it be myself?
Why not?
I mean, that's kind of like, because I love Oprah. I love a bunch of different people that make differences in the society, and they use their fame for good, like you mentioned. So to pinpoint just one person in particular, I mean, for me, I'm my role model because I push myself every day, and I look look forward to the things that I do and everything. But yeah, that's personally, in my opinion, what a role model is. And yeah, it's just overcoming adversity and keep pushing forward and not seeing yourself as a victim, and then actually going after what the fuck your dreams are, no matter if no one else sees it. Like,
did you already have that mentality growing up, or that's something that grew on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the beginning, I think all the battles that I had to face as a child, I had to grow up early. Yeah. It kind of propelled me to be the person that I am today. That's why I do stand up and I do all this other stuff. It's like, oh, how do you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I've been through hell. Yeah. And so now I just want to give back and make the world laugh and do what I'm doing with you guys right now today. So yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's great. What about yourself?
A role model to me is more so like selfless. Very just somebody who puts others before themselves in a way. Yeah. For me, my role model is, I would have to say, is my grandmother and my uncle. So my grandmother, she married young and came into the States in the 60s from Haiti. Her marriage with my grandfather didn't work out, but like she worked and pretty much sent for her family. So like she had a younger brother, like a lot of half brothers and sisters, because, you know, people married and have kids with other people. So it's like, you know, different subsidiaries of families. So my grandmother was sent for her sisters, work some more. She sent for my uncle. He wanted to be a mechanic and wanted to go to school, and he showed the desire to do that. She eventually got him to the States. And she did that for like maybe 8 of them, and then also took care of her sister's parents or moms that's not her mom, was sending money to Haiti, still sends money to certain members of her family, you know, raised my mother. And I always kind of like liken her to like the Joe Jackson of our family, because if she hadn't done that and sent for everybody, then my family in the States wouldn't exist. So I wouldn't have family to go see in Canada, in Montreal, or in Houston, or in New York, or, you know, any other place where we've branched out because of my grandmother. And my uncle, more so the same. You know, he's the one that became a mechanic, huge into church. You know, I'm not as religious as he is, but he goes to church every Sunday. He had 5 kids with his wife. They're still married. You know, he goes to work, comes home, goes to church on Sunday. Just, you know, didn't always do the right thing, but did what was known to him. So he always did the best he could. And like, you know, when we think about, even though he makes us laugh, it did a lot of like crazy shit when we was little, but it's just like, yo, man, he's always been there. So my thing is just more like being selfless and righteous, and just kind of like doing the right thing. And even if you don't get the credit, you just did it because you were just trying to help someone. So those are my role models.
I see what you guys just did here. Yeah. We just got into a little interview.
Don't worry. The ratchet shit is coming. Don't worry. I'm gonna answer this question.
You got me in my feelings right now.
It's okay.
Oh shit, Maria gonna cry.
I have a heart too, you know. I'm not just superficial.
I seen that lip bounce and I was like, God.
It was trembling. She had a little bubble lip.
I feel you. I get the same way. Tell me.
So for me, at this point in my life, spirituality is very important. Mm-hmm. So I think a role model should be someone who's definitely spiritual, not necessarily religious, but I think if you're spiritual, you have it in your heart to do well for others and do things for other people without wanting anything back. Mm. So that's definitely number one for me. I didn't really have a role model growing up. I didn't really have like a really bad childhood, but it wasn't perfect. I didn't have a father figure. So growing up, I feel like I was a little lost. I didn't really know what that meant till later on in life. And right now, one of my role models is one of my best friends. Her name is Suraj Pertin. I will introduce you guys to her.
No, it's not me.
I was looking. I was like,
I still haven't made it.
Oh no, that's not true. Kidding. Maria, I love you, Maria.
I know you love me. I know you love me.
But do you love Amy?
Of course, I love Amy. Of course. No, I've known Amy for like 9 years.
Oh, wow,
I was like, let me not say how old, but no, one of my best friends. She's amazing, and the reason she's my role model is because she's taught me a lot about giving back and charity and being a woman of value and being talented and being humble. And
she has a nonprofit too.
She has a nonprofit. Yeah. She would love to team up with you guys. Yeah. She's a big personality back in her country. She's also Haitian.
Oh, no.
So yeah. She has an orphanage in Haiti.
Mm-hmm. She's single?
Oh God, Nick.
Sorry.
Here we
All right.
go.
You know,
You guys are pitching me a great woman. I'm just, I had to ask.
I knew it was coming.
My bad.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. So I love her. She's taught me a lot about life and the industry and just everything in general. She's like one of the best friends I have. Of course, Amy's another one of my best friends.
Of course.
Not a role model though.
Oh my God.
Hey, petty.
Too savage. I'm a
Damn,
savage.
she's
I'm a savage.
Petty
sensitive.
shit.
She's sensitive.
That's
I haven't had my Cheerios this morning. I'm sorry, guys.
now. It's all well and dandy, and I really wish we're gonna keep track of that. And like I said, we're gonna also post that and promote
Oh yeah.
those.
What are the handles for that?
It's just Role Models WW. So at Role Models WW.
At Role Models WW guys.
on IG.
And again, what is it that they have to do in order to be a part of it, enroll, all that good stuff?
We want to know what everyone's definition of a role model is, and then if you have a role model that you think you'd like to, put us in contact with, just send a DM with who they are and why they're a role model to you.
Video submission or just like writing?
Right.
Whatever you're most
question.
comfortable with. A lot of people, sometimes they don't want to put it out there like that. So if it's something they just want to write and be brief about, they can do that. Like I said, guys, the intention of this is we want to shine light on the right people. We want to show the world what real role models are. So if you know of one, hit us up.
Fortunately, my grandmother and uncle have only got on Facebook, and they just do it to play. What's that Facebook game?
Candy Crush?
Candy Crush, right? So
That's exactly what we're talking about, man. The real role models of the world, very rarely, they're not into like the social, they're busy being awesome. You're giving back.
I mean, well, shit. They're like my folks are old now, so they have the right to play some Candy Crush in their spare time. But I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
I have a question. I don't know if do you have time?
You have to.
Okay. So I have a question because I think it's very important. First of all, what you guys are doing, it's amazing. I think we need to let people know the real struggles, right? That people in the industry, like what we do, go through every day. Because I think from an Instagram standpoint, it's very deceiving because we only post like our work and blah, 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 and our beautiful lives. And so do you guys want to share with everyone, like, what are the real struggles that you guys go through?
Oh, okay.
Took
it to another turn. I'll save my shit for later. So yes, answer the question, guys.
Consistency is always a struggle, and it's expensive living in LA. So just finding the balance of self, the social life, family, and work. And it's really tough out here, especially even for myself. As I'm pretty seasoned and I worked a lot, and I do work a lot. I've been blessed, but at the same time, it's still a struggle to keep that consistency in work, and also staying true to who you are without selling out to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take the elevator. No one really wants
Can we
to
elaborate on the elevator? What kind of elevator?
They push it wide open and tell it, bring it back.
Yeah. And the whole people exploiting themselves, like he mentioned earlier, to do so, which, by the way, I totally agree with that. But did you guys hear about Kim K?
No.
So basically, she went to the White House to talk about prison reform. Right. And there was a 63-year-old grandmother who's in prison for life for some drug possession thing. And she told Trump to, just give her
a pardon.
And he did.
He did?
Yeah. And she went to the White House, but like, Kim K, what is she doing in the White House? Because, her story is that and that. So with that said, don't exploit, but if you do some good shit like she did.
I mean,
I love Kit's face because when she told me this story this morning, that was exactly my face. I was like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, listen, you can exploit yourself, I guess, if that's your grind, but I don't recommend
but
it.
If you did already, do some shit like that.
You can always.
Oh, so you're saying her redemption?
Redemption. Yeah, like if you already, for the people who have already exploited themselves and they feel bad, don't worry. You just You could.
Y'all really think Kim is a hoe? Like for me, I don't consider her a hoe because if we look at the timeline of guys, she's
Who
been
said
rumored.
she was a hoe? She
a lot
just
of people
exploited herself. That's what I was talking about.
Well, exploiting could be used as a hoe.
Let me just put it this way: she is a smart woman.
That's what I like to say because I'm like, okay, in the amount of years since she's been quote unquote famous, if it's like 10 to 12 bodies, that's not a lot. That's like one guy a year.
Yeah,
that's not a lot of bodies
that you know about.
We know about.
She understands her superpowers.
She understands the power.
That's a good way.
And she's using it, in a good sense, in a good way.
Yeah.
Listen, it could have gone really wrong.
That's a tough topic. Like, there is power in exploiting yourself.
It was just going,
you can't do it that way. But
it's going back to don't do it, which is the message.
Yeah.
But where I was going with this is if you have, you could still turn it around. Like, don't feel bad because people go and they do suicide.
I wish
all this crazy shit. You could turn your life around.
I wish you would have pardoned the kid who got life in jail for like doing the wrestling move on his like sister when he was a teenager. Like, I think that was, and he got a life sentence. Like, grandma, you sold drugs. You committed a crime. You know, he was playing wrestling with his sister. That was an accident, and he got jail for life. It was in Florida. It's happened like years ago.
I think that it's a good thing that someone. They were given like a second chance at life.
For sure.
Unfortunately, all the other people that weren't given that opportunity, you're like, again, kind of like that's a little bit of nepotism. So if you got a friend like Kim K who can go to the White House for you, you can get pardoned. Like, I don't know about that.
But I see it as small doses. Like, maybe if that happened, like, it could propel other celebrities or other people in power to go and move forward with that. Like, just baby steps, considering we have a baby in the office. Yeah. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought for me personally, on a positive note for me, because I had my brother in jail for 20 years for drug charges.
You want Kim to pardon your brother?
Fuck out of here! Are you kidding me?
You don't want
him to be pardoned? Is that even a question?
Oh yeah, okay, all right. I don't know. You could have a relationship where you're like, let that nigga rot in jail. Like, I don't know.
No.
Okay, so if Kim could pardon your brother, then you definitely want that pardon.
Yeah, Nick.
Okay. Good. I'm just making sure. You know, there's some people who don't fuck with their family like that. They're like, nah, man, fuck him. Like,
Paul has family in
you got family in jail too. Yeah. You want your brother pardoned?
It's a real thing.
I'm just making sure everybody gets along with their brother.
Prison reform, guys. Prison reform.
So Kim, if you watch,
15 years too.
You got a brother locked up?
No, I said my mom did.
Your mom did 15. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. So. You see, it's a real thing.
It is crazy.
Yeah. Sorry to get there, guys, but shit.
Nah, man.
Some real
it's culture shit.
And it goes back to what your cause and what it is you're doing, which
positive
I think it's an amazing thing you guys are doing. Like, we need more of that, especially in social media, because the way I see it, the way it's going, the followers, everything is like more power. Yeah. Like, people didn't see it before. But now the numbers, the amount of influence that social media is having in everything, better good than.
Yeah, I think that, we've been talking to a lot of people about this, and I do feel that there is a shift happening in the world. Like, I think that this topic is very popular as far as like, whoa, we got way off track. Like, I think that most people agree with that. It's not like, oh, we're still just headed in this direction of Hodem.
Right.
It's like people are starting to be like, yo, something needs to shift because this is bad. I know for a fact that depression is at its peak for like ever. People are killing themselves because, like you said, there's just millions of fake lives online.
Superficial shit.
People don't realize that. Even with body shaming and all these things, like with girls, now we have apps that we can just Photoshop ourselves, and half the time you see someone who doesn't even look like they look in their pictures, and then you have these little girls, because it's our generation who, we're making the changes because we were born really without technology. So we're the ones that see the changes, right? I can't even imagine being in, what's it called, X generation or whatever, and being born into Instagram and thinking this is like normal,
I've never even thought of it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't know what else there is.
No, they don't.
So can I get to the superficial side of shit now?
Superficial time with
Superficial time, yes. Got models in the room. I got questions.
He has questions.
You two gentlemen. Have you?
No, I pulled out.
No. Whether you do it raw or not is your business, brother.
Keith, congratulations. You did just have a baby, right?
I didn't pull out.
You didn't pull out.
That's right. Congrats.
Really, you didn't pull out?
He's a new father.
Congratulations, man.
Son's 5 months.
Are you with the woman? So you okay?
Yes, I am. My son's 5 months.
All right.
Ladies, he's taking
claiming it. You doing better than Drake. That's what's up. Okay, in your time before you have decided to commit, in when you guys are doing.
No, we're swinging. We swingers.
Okay.
Yeah. The Will and Jada.
No.
Okay.
Sometimes. Not really.
Maybe
on Tuesdays.
All right.
Did you have sex in penthouse suites with broads who loved you from your modeling day? Like,
Nick.
I have to ask. These are legitimate questions. If y'all are models, y'all are ripping runways, y'all are showing these six packs. Are you smashing bad bitches in penthouse suites?
Before that, we both played.
But not on penthouse suites though.
Huh?
Oh wait, you play football, so you might have had penthouse suites.
You play football
too?
D1,
Penthouse suites?
Listen, man.
Cocaine on the table.
They're here for the
But we're talking about your past stuff, not what you're doing now. We're just getting into. We're just having fun. Look.
Oh, let's put it. We
This
grew
is
up and
the
we had
edited
fun.
version.
You have fun. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Okay, but I haven't had penthouse suite cocaine on the table, rooftop,
It's
looking
gonna
overlooking the
happen,
city.
Nick.
It will happen. I'm pretty close.
cocaine's not good for you.
I've gotten 4-star hotel pussy before. I haven't gotten penthouse 5-star Vegas.
That mean you got to step your dick game up.
It's not about the dick game. It's
What it's
about
about?
opportunity. If I have the luxury of performing and they put me up in the MGM, then it will go down. But right now, I'm at the Link Hotel. My dollars gotta get up. So when you guys are ripping runways, look, man, you guys do interviews, and all the time they always ask you, so how did you get started doing this and this and this? They ask you generic questions. I'm trying to veer from that.
He's very specific.
All right.
So just elaborate, like in your head, how fun was that doing stuff like that?
Doing
Penthouse rooftop, cocaine on the table, bottles, drinking the water bottle from the hotel room because you know it's gonna get covered because them shits is like $6.
Let me tell you, that life is empty, man.
It's empty.
It
It's
leads
empty.
you nowhere. I can tell you that for sure.
How many times before it got empty though? Because it had to been a couple
It
of times.
depends how many
How hard
socks
you
you
go,
have.
how quick you get
Yeah.
there, but it's going the same direction. Whether you go at it slow or fast, eventually you wake up like in a ditch.
It's better to have someone there that
That's one of the like this industry. If you
sure.
don't have your head on straight, man, you're never gonna go anywhere, and that's a guarantee. A, because it's gonna ruin your reputation. B, because it's gonna ruin you, the way you look, the way you appear, the way you communicate. And I don't care like who you are, how good you are. You know, that lifestyle can ruin you, ruin what you've done, ruin what you're doing. It's just, I mean, people have this. They have this idea of the rock star lifestyle, man, and it's maybe it's fun like in the moment, but then it's like 6 months down the road, you know, you're wrecked, and you're like, what happened?
It gets old.
Yeah,
It gets old.
that's why you have to just let it out, let your freak flag fly like in your
Which brings us to my
teens
point.
and early 20s.
I'm a believer.
and then just be like, you know what, that's it.
I'm a believer. Too much of anything gets old. Like I don't care what it is. After a while, there's just something that it's like a stillness to it if you do it too much. So I was just trying to touch on. But in that time, were y'all enjoying yourselves or whatever? Or like, what's the most wild fun you've ever had? You guys want to share some? You have any fun wild model stories?
Model stories.
I actually before Top Model, I was a DP for this TV show. It was a movie for television called Men of the Strip.
Okay.
Which is like the reality version of Magic Mike.
Okay.
And
Nice.
so we hit 45 states and 3 countries in like 90 days.
Wow, that's busy.
And tour bus style, like with 98 Degrees actually was like the opening act. And so,
98 Degrees. Oh shit.
Didn't you do something like that too, Keith? With him?
Oh yeah.
A movie.
Yeah, what was it?
Stripper.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it?
And yeah, just to get the record straight, I was not a stripper. I was the
I never said
the
you were.
director of photography.
DP.
I was not.
We all heard it.
I was yeah.
Double penetrate. We got you.
They got.
We
They
were all
called me the
hoping
camera
it.
guy. And this is another topic, by the way. Women are way worse than
Oh, we're
men.
coming to her next. Don't worry. I got questions
women
for her
are
too.
way worse than men when it comes to strip anything. Like
Yeah.
you know, the girls strip clubs are like kind of grody, but it's a guy strip club.
For sure.
Yo, these girls. Okay, so I was the camera guy, and they called me the dude with the camera, and I started the tour wearing the outfit, the black slacks, the belt, and then the tie, like shirtless. By day 3, I had to have on a jacket because I had so much cut marks from girls' nails grabbing me trying to walk around. It was like
That's what I'm
super
talking
aggressive,
about.
man.
Talk that shit.
It was just like I was cut up. I looked like I just did a front flip
calm
into
down,
a
Nick.
rose bush.
Nails on the chest. You believe
Damn.
that shit?
It
That's
was,
crazy.
and women are just like
They're
grabbing
vicious. Yeah, they're vicious.
and, like if a guy does that at a strip club,
It's
you get
over for your
escorted
career.
out.
Your
for-
career ends like that.
But it's all like they're all just drunk because
No,
honestly-
you can't give them that
Oh,
excuse. You're
so that's what
excusing
No,
that
no, no,
behavior.
I'm
A
not-
guy goes to a strip club and starts just grabbing women
No.
like crazy and
The
scratching
security
them,
guard is
and
throwing
he
him
says
the
to the
fuck out.
cop, "I was just drunk. I don't think it's gonna work the same."
No,
But you
no, what I mean that they're just drunk is like they're not as excited to see naked guys.
They are
as-
excited. Amy.
you know they've been building up for that.
I'm
show
a
for, like,
woman.
weeks
I'm a
and
woman. There's like the male nature, the primitive thing you guys have.
Oh,
Us
gosh.
women, we don't have that. We
Yes,
can
you
see
do.
guys.
Maria, talk for yourself,
Talk
please.
for yourself.
honestly,
You're in your
I'm not
fucking
gonna-
bubble. You in a bubble, son.
I'm not. Can I finish? I'm not gonna freak out. Like I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna be like, yeah. But the girls who go really crazy, they're just freaking drunk. And granted, it's not an excuse, but
You know what being drunk is? It brings out your true nature in a way.
That's ridiculous.
So
No, I
things
agree
that you
with that.
bury when you're drinking, it lets out those raw emotions that you have that you bottle in when you're sober. So those girls naturally are beasts. But they have to work a corporate 9 to 5 and be proper in society. So when they get in that strip club and they see DP, when DP comes to the stage holding the camera,
Did they try to grab your stuff?
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
But you weren't even part of it. You were like behind the scenes, no?
But he looks like he was part of it.
Yeah, I mean, they called me the guy with the camera. I wasn't stripping, but I was in the uniform.
Right.
So I looked like a Chippendale with the camera, more or less.
Oh, okay.
So, but that ended after 2 shows because I was getting beaten up by women, and I'm trying to film stuff, and they're like tackling me. I mean, it was seriously, seriously aggressive.
You?
I mean, like these women, and you say it's drunk, and I definitely think that has an element to it, but it also has to do with a lot of these women are like married, have been married for years and years. They're at a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
This is their one chance to like.
My friend is doing a cruise right now, and he was like, he's been on there 2 days, and he says women are like super aggressive with him right now, and he talks about being married with babies on stage, and they're still fucking clawing at him when he gets off the cruise. So don't tell me about.
That was a crazy experience.
So, all right, my questions. Let's flip it now because you are a beautiful woman, and we all know women deal with a lot of creeps in the industry and things like that. How many times has like the casting couch kind of thing been tossed at you, or how often do you find yourself having to really like be strong-minded when it comes to like veering off all the freelance dick coming your way?
Freelance dick. I love that. No, it's definitely all the time. Being a woman, it's a little harder than being a man in this industry. Definitely. I had something happen. I mean, obviously the drugs and everything are there always. But when I first moved out to LA when I was 23. I really wanted to get into modeling. So like I met this guy who was a photographer, and apparently he was like a scout for agencies or whatever.
Talent scout.
Yeah, I've actually never.
We got to meet in your basement, at his basement.
Yeah, it was kind of.
I live in Encino
building.
It was very shady. I've actually never talked about this, but I've been feeling very, with the whole Me Too movement and everything.
Yes.
No.
That laugh was so evil. The Me Too movement.
The Me Too movement.
I'm empowered to
No, but
Okay, now.
no, I had this guy anyway. He invited me over. He was like, yeah, if you want to be a model, let's do some test shoots. And he like had me take my top off, and he was like, if you want to be in high fashion, this is what high fashion models do. So like, yeah.
You went through with it?
I too.
You had to show the penis?
They always try to get you naked.
Which
guys or women
like,
at the helm?
It's young guys that they try to.
But the penis out?
They're usually,
Oh wow! Wow, I had no
they
idea.
try to get the boys.
And what do they say? Like it's art? Like how do they?
Oh, I can make your career look like Carlos if you do this. He did this to get there. They don't know me, so stuff like that.
I'll say what they got.
You know what I would have done? Because I'm an asshole by nature. I would have been all right. Like, show me the guy who showed the dick, and then show me when he got these jobs. Like, I'd want him to like give me the proof by proof case on how he made it.
Like, I want an Excel sheet.
I want an Excel sheet.
Like,
Right.
Like someone would even offer you money, like $70,000.
Wow.
That's happened to you before, Keith?
Nah.
No.
Nah, but I heard stories from.
But they did, or you know people that model with you that that they told you stuff.
I want to hear the rest of the
sorry, I'm
story.
sorry.
yeah.
So your Me Too moment. Moments.
So I get there, and like, I was 23. I had just moved out here.
You were green.
I was so green. So he goes to me, yeah, if you do these test shoots, I can get you with a Lee and blah, blah, blah. And I was like so excited. So I did the test shoot topless. And then he just started getting really creepy. He started coming over to like the where I was standing and trying to like fix the bottom of my thing. I was like, no, don't touch me. It's like trying to fix my crotch. And it just got really creepy, and I just left. And then I realized, I was like, you're an idiot. I was like, you're an idiot. What the hell just happened? But
it only took you once to learn.
No, just one time.
Which
Never
is
again.
good though. You like, because I know so many people, they just they just go through it because you know what, it's not a big deal. They'll write it off in their mind, and then that somehow becomes like you become mentally abused in a way by that, because psychologically you're thinking like, okay, I just deal with this, and you know what, this is for my career. I got to think long term, and you were smart enough to say one time, this doesn't feel right. I'm not gonna allow this to happen. Fine, they got my stuff once, but never again.
Well, thankfully nowadays being topless is not a big deal. It was.
That's true.
It
and
was
it's more accepted, so if it's your choice.
5 years ago, it was a little different.
Right.
because people weren't as open, I guess, on IG and everything. Yeah. But it was definitely something I wasn't comfortable doing.
Right.
So my whole point is, you know, do what you want to do with your body. That's your free will to do. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't go through with it.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing with the whole story.
Yeah. Could you guys do, in real talk, serious question, could you guys honestly do like a naked shoot? Would you guys be comfortable at some point in your careers, or that's not really your thing?
I've had nude shoots, but it's not like vulgar. Like it doesn't show.
It's
anything.
like art, like art.
It's like sideways or like light grids, so like it just looks like shadow. I mean,
nice.
But that was when I was younger, and now
I did.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it.
And going back to the exploiting though, because you guys mentioned the exploiting aspect of social media and what you guys are trying to prevent. Specifically, what type of exploiting do you guys are referencing to?
I think it's just like a lot of people do things that they know they're not comfortable with because social media shows that it works. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's exploiting. It's doing something that you don't want to do for something that social media or fame says exists and it doesn't. You know
Basically
what I mean?
having a gimmick in order to entertain people that you don't even know.
So not even like not even like a sexual thing. Like you mean like people who put like hot sauce in their eyes,
dude, for
and they
sure.
go blind.
Yo, kids are like eating like what are those?
Oh yeah, like tampons and shit like that.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was thinking, but yeah, that's a good example. I mean, like cinnamon challenge.
What's the cinnamon challenge?
Oh, you don't remember the cinnamon challenge?
People are like people are dying doing these things.
Yeah.
Because
the likes and the
they want to
followers.
have a video to put on Instagram. Like that is like, and they're seeing it and they do it because for some reason followers has been validated more than someone's life. Like that is crazy to me.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I think we're all like around the same age, late 20s, early 30s. So we kind of just,
and it is
we're lucky in our
worse.
generation that we were born. Like we were like right before the stupid era.
I'm trying to think all the stuff I've seen on social media that I think I saw one time, maybe like a couple months ago. They were inhaling or sniffing condoms into their, sucking the condoms into their nose and taking it out of their mouth.
But don't you remember when Kylie Jenner first put out the whole lip thing? What's it called? The thing you put the cup on your lip or something.
Oh yeah, you suck it out.
What was it?
Duck lips. I don't know.
Yeah, like kids were doing. What was she putting her?
I remember what you're talking about. I just don't know the thing. What was that?
So she was doing that, and kids all of a sudden, little girls were like trying to pump their lips with this.
Oh yeah.
It's so silly,
crazy.
man. People just need to know what is like. What's the best way to put it? They need to know what's valuable. They need to know what's important, and there needs to be more people making that line. You know?
Yeah, everybody wants to be famous. There's no regular people left.
There's
It's
no
like-
everyone has a voice.
there's a lot of
Like
regular
a rapper or
Well, the regular
Quote,
people,
unquote, like-
going back to what you guys were saying, are the ones who are doing stuff that people don't know about,
Like
and
you
that's what you
gentlemen.
guys are gonna
And you,
start bringing
Sisily.
up. Well, everybody who's listening to this, make it happen and get these people a platform. Do they want a platform? Have you talked to these people like, oh no, I don't want to do social media. I just like doing this stuff. Like people who help in homeless shelters. Like, have you spoken to any of them and told them about your plans for this?
It's more so us getting them more resources.
More resources.
Yeah,
so
it's
not even
They
giving
don't have to
them
be
a
forefront
voice.
of it,
Oh,
but
okay.
we supply the resources for them to
Oh, okay.
grow their business.
So to give it so on social media marketing, there's like you can see the ads like my teeth are white, and it's like so clearly an ad, and you're just like, man, really, does that seriously work? Like I wonder how much this influencer got paid to take a photo with a tooth whitening thing,
Okay.
right? And so there's just kind of
Like $50
surface level and like empty, but in these brands, there's nothing to it, so you don't really have a reason to buy the product other than because someone that you follow bought has it.
Right.
So we say that they're partnered with a dental group, and we're able to go to places that people need, like dentists, and we're able to,
Downtown LA.
Yeah.
Downtown LA is bad.
and we give them dental products that's sponsored by the company, and we say, hey, this
There you
company is
go.
allowing us to give this to the people that could really use it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're talking to people that are on Skid Row, and we're like, yo, we're here, we're doing this because of this company is enabling us to give you this. But also, what else could we do, or anyone that's watching do, to help you guys in other areas? And it's not like we're saying, hey, get on social media. We're saying, hey, here you go, we're helping you thanks to this dental company.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what else would you like to say to the audience? So it's kind of like, and that's exactly why it's so important that people do reach out to us like, hey, this is an area in need. This is where we could use help. You know, we're going to shine light on other nonprofits, and we're able to do so through sponsorship. And the coolest part is that since this is produced as a TV show, the production cost is how we're able to infrastructure the business. And that means 100% of donated money goes to where it's supposed to. We don't have to take a dime of that to pay anybody, which is something that I don't know if any nonprofit is able to do.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. I love
I'm on board with the nonprofit, so I definitely commend what you got.
Yeah, and I wanna get on that too. Definitely.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's another cool thing.
Do a benefit show.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah, man. We're excited,
show.
man.
We could do a comedy benefit show. Bunch of comedians.
Hey.
You guys want?
That would be cool. Like if Role Models had a comedy night and different comedians each had a charity that they personally were tied to, and all the tickets that were bought for like each, they could say who they
pick one.
really want to see, and then their ticket goes to the nonprofit that the comedian wanted to support, and it was like hosted by Role Models. These are just like really cool, interactive.
So many.
Yeah, we should talk about that for sure. So I hear Fashion Nova, they're expanding into men's.
I should shoot with them next week.
You doing it? That's what's up.
Fashion Nova is the truth.
They're killing it.
Y'all wear Fashion Nova, ladies? No, you're not.
Personally, I don't.
I wear Fashion Nova.
It's a funny story. So Fashion Nova likes curvy girls.
Okay, they favorite.
That is a funny story.
Yes, I'm too skinny for Fashion Nova. You know.
How do you feel about like the
I hate
that
it.
they post? Like, the crazy.
I don't.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like as far as modeling, no, there's been a lot of modeling where it's like a bunch of like skinnier girls and then a bunch of maybe it's just a curvy girl line thing.
There's a difference between curvy,
right?
Yeah.
And hoish.
Swervy. Huh?
Swervy.
Nah, I'm talking about the big girls that they post.
Like, I haven't seen it.
Posted as if it's like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, everybody needs a little love. A little love.
Well, I love that they're trying. I guess they're trying to because back in the day it was all about the skinny girls. So it's good that they're trying to kind of flip it a little bit.
Yeah.
Or promote obesity.
And I've seen skinny girls. I've seen skinny girls wear Fashion Nova too.
You have?
Yeah. I've seen all types.
I haven't.
Cardi B wears Fashion Nova.
No, but I'm going to tell you something.
I have a question about Cardi B, by the way. I have to ask when CC finishes. Yeah.
No, but I was just going to say. Oh, we are.
Never mind.
Wait, you guys have on a timetable?
Yeah, we just have to. We're actually feeding the homeless in LA today.
Okay. What time you guys have? Roughly how many more?
1:30 is when we got to be there.
All right, we got like 10 more minutes.
That's another thing. Yeah, if anybody wants to come down, it's called We Feed the Homeless.
We Feed the Hungry.
We Feed the
How
Hungry.
long are you guys gonna be there? Because I have another podcast at 1:30 and then. Until like 5, 6?
3:30.
Okay, well, you guys gotta let me know for the next one. Then. Yeah, I'm down.
But yeah, if anyone that's listening, is this live?
No. It comes out airs every Thursday. So it's gonna air tomorrow, actually.
All right, well, yeah, We Feed the Hungry. They actually are out there every Wednesday at 1:30 till 3 o'clock. And I've worked with them before, so today we're partnering with them and we're gonna feed the homeless and pretty much interview the CEO, etc.
Okay, so let's get our last questions out.
What was last question?
Yeah,
well, no, that's fine. No,
you don't want to ask her.
Well, no, because I just love Cardi B. I was just like, was she cool people? That's it. It was like,
yeah, she was really cool.
Because she seems like she cracks me up all the time. I just
like when we were standing at the altar, that was like the first time I got to touch her.
Yeah.
Hey. So Keith was in Cardi B's new video. Be careful.
Be careful. Yeah.
So he's the lead video guy in Be Careful. So
she's hilarious. Although she was pregnant, and we was in Lancaster at the Kill Bill Church, and it was hot as hell in there. We got layers of clothes.
Lancaster, California?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is desert time. Yeah, I did a commercial there. That shit is ugh.
And the first thing she says is, "Hurry up, I gotta piss, yo."
See, that's what I'm saying. She seems cool as hell.
Yeah, she's not like her whole team is so real cool.
Yeah.
Everybody behind the camera.
Everybody was cool with you?
Yeah.
Did she flirt?
Huh?
Did she flirt?
Nah.
No?
I love the video, by the way.
She did not.
Video is dope. I loved it.
Yeah, I had like a Kill Bill kind of.
Yeah.
One of the requirements was that I had to be okay with getting in the casket. Yeah, that was interesting.
That was a negotiation.
How long did they have you in there?
Well, actually, I only had to be in there for like.
You didn't have like a double
seconds, but the church was hot. They had a big fan that was right over top of the casket. So I pretty much was just sitting in it with my legs hanging out, chilling. While everybody was sitting on them hard benches, I was chilling in the couch.
Chilling on the couch.
You were so still, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, she killed it for. Yeah, you were so still.
Oscar winning, bro. You were dead. Sure.
You were dead.
Yeah.
And the award for the best dead nigga on video.
Yeah, I would love it if that was an award. If someone should make that. That is awesome.
Maybe the BET Awards might put that in the category.
I didn't even know you died at the end.
She killed it.
I watched some of the video, but not all of it.
Who's watching some of the video?
You watch Instagram
You
clips?
watch the Instagram clips?
Yeah, that's why I watched the Instagram.
That's it?
on
Well, you want me
YouTube.
to go on YouTube?
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga.
Okay.
Take 3 minutes out your day.
I'm a fan.
You're not a real fan. You're not a real fan.
Yeah, I can't. Oh God.
It's all love stuff.
If you don't watch the real video, you ain't
Could
a real
you
fan.
stop?
The killing was the best part, Amy. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch it, you guys.
Wait, if she doesn't want to see death on camera, she has a thing against violence.
What did you think about the lyrics? Did it really hit home?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about anybody being careful with me right now.
She doesn't
I mean,
listen
I
to
got a nice little squeeze
you
going on
listen to
right
the
now,
words?
but I'm good. What?
Did you listen to the words?
Yeah, be careful with me.
Oh, that's your favorite line.
Yeah.
No, what's another line?
What?
You don't know the lyrics. Listen to shit.
She love Cardi B. I'm trying
No,
to
I like it like that. I like that one because it's
it.
Cuban. Yeah, it's like a
Bad
Celia
Bunny, baby.
Cruz.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Celia Cruz kind of vibe to it that she
It's all good.
did. I'm not 14. I don't put it on replay for like 10 hours and just
certainly does.
sucking
Keith
my
got
thumb eating chips.
You were 14 sucking your thumb? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
I had the Cheetos.
Wait.
I had the Cheeto fingers and I would suck. All right, moving on.
Wait, no, moving on. So you're telling me that because I watched the video, I do that?
No.
That ain't cool.
What are you talking about? No, Cece. I'm going to take Cece to lunch after this.
We gotta talk.
Yeah, a lot of discussions must be had amongst the models. Amarie doesn't consider herself a model, but she did model back in the day. She was in like 3 videos.
Your picture.
That's a model, right?
Right.
You
I
were a
didn't model.
model.
I never
You were a
got
model,
paid for this
Negro.
All right, whatever.
She doesn't want to claim it. Like
all
let
right.
a nigga build you up. You a model.
You're a role model
I
now.
never got paid for like magazines or pictures or stuff like that. I did music videos.
Hey, listen, if you were ever published, you were more of a model than most of the people on Instagram. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So you've been published.
Okay. So
Published.
I was a model.
You're a model.
I'll say it in my stand-up. I'll talk about it in my stand-up.
Guys, what's your social media handles to just mention that out there so that people can follow you guys?
You can follow me at Keith Carlos on Instagram.
Okay.
And then at Matthew Steven Smith, and that's Matthew with 2 T's, Steven with a PH. And then, of course, Role Models is Role Models WW, at Role Models WW.
And you guys have any upcoming events for that, or just all on the social media? It'll go as it happens.
Yeah, just follow the social media, and we'll keep you in tune with the movement.
All right. And Sisily?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Sisily Marin. So it's SISILYMARIN.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you got going on? Anything shows? Anything you want to promote?
No, I'm just gonna start shooting for True TV laugh tracks in
Oh, you
3
doing more
weeks.
scenes?
Yeah, I have 2 main characters that I'm doing, and I'm just doing a bunch of stuff with them. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Any shows
want
I
to-
have? Yes.
Oh, I'll wait for you to finish yours.
Okay, yeah, no, and then any shows I have, I will post it on my social media. I might have something this week that you guys could check out.
Oh, yeah, I'm on a show called Bold and Beautiful now on CBS.
Congratulations,
My
brother.
name is Danny.
Soap opera?
Yeah, daytime.
Is Danny a good boy or is he a bad boy?
Find out. Watch it.
Ooh. When do you start?
Bad boy.
When do you start? Because
Bad
I hear
boy.
those schedules
Nah,
are like
I started
crazy.
already. I actually film again this week, tomorrow and Friday.
That's awesome.
Okay. So it's only like if you're like a lead, you got to be like every day. But when you're a supporting character, you come in and
I
out.
think they go every day. It's like
Every day.
blocked out schedules depending on. your
Got
own
you.
schedule.
Yeah,
Got
the
you.
shooting
I used to
schedule.
watch. I had like a 3-year run on General Hospital, so I was like very into it at one point. Sonny is still alive, from what I'm hearing. But that's besides the point. Anyways, if y'all want to catch me this Saturday, me and my team, Cornbread Kitchen, we doing some improv at the clubhouse, which is on Hollywood in Vermont. 10 p.m. is free, so if you want to come and watch some improv and see us get down and be funny and silly, you can check us out. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everything at Nick of Comedy, NICKOF Comedy, one word. And man, this has been another great episode of For the Culture podcast. I want to thank all my guests, all my models for coming through, all my bad bitches, all my bad motherfuckers. You know,
you guys were amazing, and it is definitely a great cause you guys are doing.
Yeah,
and I'm all for it.
And you're showing more that you guys are more than just a face and six pack. You
Versatile.
You guys have substance to you. Your characters are solid, and you're doing a lot of great things and helping people.
That's the most important part.
Who are not in a position to help themselves and giving them and empowering them to help themselves. So that's very important. That's culture stuff. So
that's for the culture, you guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Peace.
Hey.